welcome to yet another episode of the Pull Yourself to Pieces podcast.
That's right. And we got
I'm
our old
Ray.
music starting.
Thank you, Bill.
You
I
got
I missed the
you
old
missed
music.
it. You missed the old music. I
I
know.
do. I missed the old
It's
music.
back.
Yeah, it's very festive. It's
Yes.
it's fun. It's fun stuff.
Yeah, I see you festering over there.
Yeah, I am
Wait,
festering.
what?
It's true. Anyone's keeping score, this is episode 72. 72 hours of this.
Or thereabouts. Yeah.
Yeah, more or less, right?
Yeah. Most shows have been in about an hour. Some have dragged on a lot longer. If you know what I mean.
Because of you. Mainly because of you. But
hey, imagine if I didn't edit the shows.
yeah. Oh my goodness. There'd be a lot of outtakes. Anyway,
We don't edit the shows.
we don't. We know.
No, this is what it is.
It is what it is. Take it or leave it. If you like it, great. If you don't, we'll do more. How's that?
Interesting.
So, you want to talk about the weather?
That's always the go-to thing when you don't know what to talk about with someone. You know,
well,
right? You're standing with someone. So, what do you think about the weather?
Yeah,
Nice weather we're having. Or
yeah. Or you talk
horrible weather
about.
we're having.
Oh, you go. How about the Mets? Huh? Yeah.
Right.
No, but in your case, I'm bringing up the weather because like a lot of downtown metropolitan New York and Brooklyn was underwater, flooded.
Yeah. Thank God I don't live that close to that area. I'm out on Long Island, but
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we were made aware of it like everybody else.
Yeah.
Or I am. I'm on the north shore of Long Island, so we actually have a pretty high elevation here.
Right.
You know, so unless you have like a situation where, you know, you have a house that kind of like dips down into like a gully or something, right? Or, you know, right, or like a little valley-ish type of thing in your street, then you got to worry. But I mean, we don't have to worry about the Long Island Sound water making its way here. You know what I mean? It's just with too high ground here.
I have.
It doesn't seem that even though with that, you know, we're not like right on top of the water, and it's not the ocean water that can cause a problem. It's still if you talk about insurance, it's crazy. They're like, you know,
flood water.
Oh, you're close enough, right? You're close enough to the water, so you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have a good friend on Long Island still that he got flooded out a few years back from one of the hurricanes, and
probably from Sandy.
Yeah, he had to actually raise his house up a couple of feet. So they actually raised the entire house.
Right.
So I called him and I said, "Hey, how's it going? You know, did that weather, you know, that rain affect you?" He said, "Nope, we're all good, high and dry." I said, "Good, glad to hear it."
But yeah, all this isn't because of climate change.
No, it's not?
No. Oh no.
What is it from?
What's so funny is all the things that climate change cause are all the things we're seeing. So it's just a coincidence over and over again.
Just a coincidence.
Like the glaciers retreating.
Yeah.
You know, and the rising sea levels, which is absolutely happening, increased hurricanes and storms and rain and cyclones and tornadoes and
all that stuff.
Did I mention them all? Typhoons, whatever. You know,
frogs, locusts, all that stuff.
Cats and dogs living together.
Some have said it's a Chinese hoax, and I'll tell you what, if it is a Chinese hoax, that's one hell of a hoax to pull off.
They're good.
They're really good.
They're amazing. Wow,
they sure are.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, and you know what? The jet stream thing is all messed up. That's also weird. El Nino happens. El Nina happens. You know, those are all supposed to be climate change things. But you know, the fact that they're happening more and more, it's just a coincidence, Ray.
Just a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence.
I know.
That's all.
I know.
Did you know climate change is also supposed to affect a thing called soil moisture?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Long periods of drought can dry out the soil.
Yes, of course. Yes,
and it can't absorb when it rains the rainwater. So and temperatures can increase. Higher temperatures will increase evaporation rates.
Right.
And they reduce the groundwater availability. So that's a problem. You know. Well, anyway.
Speaking of problems. Two problems that have been recently solved, and I don't know if you know this, but our stalker Maureen and her mother Myrna were arrested. No, they're in jail. No, they were
I didn't know
arrested.
this. What?
Yeah, they got arrested for trying to scalp tickets to the, Frankie Valli reunion concert, over in Jersey. So, they won't be bothering us anymore.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got caught trying to scalp tickets to an off-duty police officer, and when they
Who
got
would have
caught,
thought?
Maureen, offered to, take care of him, behind the bleachers, and, so she got arrested for promoting prostitution too.
Wonderful.
Anyway,
Wonderful. Wow.
that's what's going on. So you wanna take a break and come back, and we'll start
Oh,
the show?
sure. Let's do that.
Yeah,
We'll take
we actually have a show to do.
Oh, we do? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We gotta get on with the show. Okay. We'll be right
on
back.
on with the show.
Pull Yourself to Pieces will now give you about 30 seconds of silence in order to get our dead air out of the way and to have a smooth flowing show. Here we go.
You know what I'm gonna ask you, right?
Oh, I have no idea. What could you
Sure you do.
Nope.
What
Nope.
do I always ask you around this time?
Um, what are we gonna eat?
No, that's later. Are the microphones off?
Oh, yeah. The microphones are off.
Are you sure?
There's nothing going out
Okay.
to the
Well,
airways.
there's nothing coming in
It's
either, but that's
there's
besides the
ju
point.
there's just in the studio, you and I,
Yeah.
no one can hear any of this, just you and
Well
me. Nope.
well, that's debatable.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
I I didn't even pay attention when I came in today, and, where I'm sitting over here,
Yeah.
I got if I stand up a little bit,
Yeah. Oh, that.
what the heck am I seeing out there? It looks like did you paint the tiles?
Yeah. Yeah, like
Wha
it's checkerboard.
I yeah, it's kinda weird. It's
Yeah,
like,
black and white. Yeah. Yeah,
I swear it's dark in here, but I swear I swear I thought I saw a little shadow or something.
wait, hold on. I'll
Wait.
turn the light on. Hold on.
Oh, all right.
All right. All right, there you go.
Well, that's not a shadow. What the heck?
Hi. Yeah.
Well, hello. What the
Yeah.
heck?
And don't insult them. They're called little people. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
There's a bunch of little people here,
Yes.
Ray.
Yes,
They're
right.
just
yes.
scurrying around or standing around
Well,
on the floor there.
Well, they're not scurrying. They're really, they're there for a reason.
Oh, yeah. Now they're all standing still, right in a
Yeah.
little square.
Yeah.
Each one of those squares. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
You see the way they're dressed?
Oh, yeah. Someone dressed to looks like
Yeah,
almost like
right.
a knight
Like a
or like
queen
a
and a
yeah.
pawn. There's a
well,
couple of bishops. Yeah, I wanted to learn how to play chess, and I figured this would be the easiest way.
oh my god.
So, and you notice the arrows on their backs? That shows which ways they can move. How cool is that, huh?
Oh my god.
And they work for peanuts. I mean, well, not really, but yeah, this whole bunch was over at the they were doing like dinner theater over in Steubenville, a remake of The Wizard of Oz. So I talked them into
Sorry,
coming into
sorry
this
guys.
station. Yeah,
Wow.
say hi. There they go.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I talked them into coming in and doing this for me. I really learned a lot. I'm really starting to figure out how to play chess now. It's
Oh
great.
my god.
Yeah.
I'm more amazed that you're able to talk them into it. But then again,
Yeah.
I guess you throw some money to anybody.
I didn't know what money. I offered them some donuts.
Oh, wow.
That's all.
It's
Oh, you
amazing
know
how
what?
far-
I think our time's up.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Please wait for assistance.
Do you need to get more fiber in your diet and want to help clean up overextended landfills? Then go to your local grocery store and pick up a box of Fiber Blast. Fiber Blast contains ground up bits of cardboard, corn cobs, eggshells, and coconut skin. Just fill up a bowl, add some olive oil, and dig in. Your colon will never be the same. Find Fiber Blast in the liquid plumber aisle. Well, you like movies, right, Bill?
I hate movies.
Yeah, me too.
I hate
All right, let's
movies. I hate movie
all right,
stars.
forget it. Let's move on to the next topic. Um,
No, I only
uh,
went to film school.
that's
when
right.
I
You
was
did. You went to film,
younger
and you made some
and
great
made
films.
films.
You did.
Yeah, I tried.
No, you made some great films, Bill. You really did.
Make a long
That's-
story short, I
Nope.
did make films, but
Yeah.
I realized a little later than I
Yeah.
wish I would have, that I was not really cut out to be a director.
Yeah.
I should have just focused on one thing, maybe be a camera guy or an editor.
Oh, I don't
That's
know.
advice for anybody else who
Yeah.
wants to get into that field. Focus on one thing. Don't
Yeah.
don't get the dream of like you want to be a director, because it
You
takes a certain kind of person to be a director.
you had the Jerry Lewis syndrome, didn't you? You wanted to do it all, but,
No, 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 no. I didn't.
no.
I no.
No?
I wanted to direct, but not realizing that director really has to kind of do it all,
Yeah.
and you got to have the kind of personality that can keep your head cool. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Keep your head straight. Keep
Yeah.
keep
And you
yourself from. And I'm too. I get too easily.
wacky? Yeah.
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 So.
Well, I still think your best films are the ones that had me in them. But anyway, so let's
Of
talk
course.
let's talk about movies. I wanna talk about movies like a heist like the heist movies or the
Oh,
s
like Mission Impossible, which is
yeah, or spy movies or any
right.
movie
Bond
where
movies.
Bond movies, any movie where people have to get into the other people's lair, their fortress, their castle, their industrial building, their bank,
Yeah.
and they always have blueprints. Um, no matter where they're going, whether it be highly secret government buildings or banks, they always have a set of blueprints right on the table, and it's like,
Well,
where do
yeah.
you get these blueprints? How? Do you just go to the blueprint store and say, "Yeah, I'd like the Bank
Well,
of
that's
America on Fifth
true.
Avenue and Broadway. I'd like the blueprint, please." I mean,
I can't think
how
of exact examples right now, but you're absolutely right. I think, um, I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen it in a lot of movies that Oh,
every
you
time.
so even more current movies. You're saying you've actually seen
Oh,
that.
current movies, even old
Well,
movies,
no,
old
old movies, I would think even more so that they're gonna kind of just skip that over and just whatever. But
like,
you think
even
that as films have gotten I've gotten more recent films that are gonna be
yeah,
about espionage, that they would
yeah,
actually think,
yeah.
the audience is not gonna fall for the same old
Oh
stuff we
my
used to fall for, so
gosh.
that they would, not try to pull one over on us and
Oh,
just
it
skim over those things, like those details that you're saying, and we're
it's
just supposed to just
it
accept that, "Oh, well, they got this."
it's constant. The secret fortress where nobody's supposed to know about, or the guys that have to break in, they have plans. They have blueprints. I'm like, "How did they get those blueprints?
Well,
Who gave
yeah.
them the blueprints?"
In some films, I know what you're saying, but some films don't insult our intelligence that much. Some films would
Oh.
at least they'll have, we'll find out that they got it from somebody who tried to infiltrate and got killed, and they
Ah,
got out
uh,
to them, but they got killed. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry,
Or
I must have missed that part because I never get a backstory of how these people acquired these top secret, blueprints.
there's
And then
computer hackers, they could try to hack and
I
and
don't
and and do
again,
that way, sort of.
I want an explanation. I wanna know, where did you get those blueprints? And then the second thing that I wanna know about, and this is the thing that really gets me. Okay, so you figured out you've got your blueprints now. Now you gotta figure out you're gonna get into this fortress or bank or building, whatever, that is
Right.
impenetrable. And then when you finally get in there, you've got this satchel or a backpack or these things attached to your belt. And it's these gadgets. And it's these gadgets that seem to be custom made somehow, and they always work inside the place that you need to be. And
Right.
they either latch onto something, or they bolt onto something, or they cover over a keypad and automatically key in the numbers that the right numbers that you need to do the job.
Yeah.
And it always seems to look like it's stainless steel and it's machined parts and pieces, and I'm thinking, who built all this? I mean, how do you have these gadgets when you've never been in the place to begin with, but
Yeah.
yet you've got every single gadget you
Yeah.
need to get past the alarm system, the laser bars, the
Yeah.
dogs,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
You've got all this stuff with you.
Right.
There's no explanation of how you acquired it or how you got it, but yet once you're in where you need it to be, and that's an impossibility to begin with, you've got every gadget you need to do the job, you've got in your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't that amaze you? I mean, I'd sit there and go, "Wow, I could need a part for something. I could go to the hardware store and I could spend days in there looking for one stinking little part that I need, and I never find it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yet these guys,
Right.
They've got backpacks full of all these high-tech gadgets, and I'm thinking, "Who made this stuff? Who made this stuff?"
Yeah. Well, on the for the spy level, yeah, it's always got gadgets, and it's always got,
Always.
they've got, you know, they got technology that, we most like doesn't. I mean, it's funny, the technology that's probably from the old Bond movies we have now, so
Yes.
we've caught up to that, but,
Yes.
things that we're gonna see like in Mission Impossible current
Oh
movies are gonna be
gosh,
like, "Oh, come on."
that's the worst.
Right, they're kinda
That
pushing it.
is the
But you know what
worst.
though? If you sorta step away from Spies,
Yeah.
and let's just say somebody more like, I'll bring up 2 people. Um, I'll bring up Batman, and I'll bring up Indiana Jones. Now, if you forget about all the improbabilities of both those characters, because, we've seen enough Indiana Jones movies and Batman movies to be like, "Oh my god, so much." We accept stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we kinda go along for the ride. It's entertainment, and we kinda accept
Yes.
some of the real improbabilities of a lot of things, right?
Right.
Like a wire that's gonna be able to hold Batman and bring him up, and then,
Yeah.
he can, but he again will have all kinds of devices, and it's funny, he has the best devices that he needs when he's going to be somewhere, because he's kind of like a detective, he's kind of like a
Yeah.
spy, you know.
Yeah.
He'll be going through, and sure enough, like you said, he'll have those devices, and my thing is like, who made those devices?
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Who made
Yeah,
those
you said that.
devices?
Like, who's making those devices? I mean, one of the Batman movies, Batman Begins, I remember they tried to like explain with the suit. They would buy different parts from different things, and they
Yes.
painted it, whatever.
Right.
That's for
Right.
the suit. But
That's a
and
suit.
some of the technology he got it from
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, right?
Yeah.
But not everything came
Not
from that,
everything.
right? Exactly. Not everything's going to come from that. And if it is, well, that's about, and then someone's making that. So what's funny is, like, you would think like there'd be some company that knew they made this you know, for Bruce Wayne Industries or whatever,
Right.
right? And then they're
Right.
not going to realize that, wait, we made that stuff, and
Yeah.
now this guy's flying around here.
Yeah.
That's got to be Bruce Wayne.
That's got to be Bruce Wayne. Right. No, nobody ever figures anything out like that.
Right. Now with Indiana Jones, he never really had any kind of gadgets.
No, never.
Or any kind of great.
Never any gadgets.
His thing was just the whip and
Yeah.
his,
He had to
his
improvise.
daring do. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to
Yeah.
improvise. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I know there was a lot of ridiculous, stretching your imagination in
Of
Indiana
course.
Jones. Oh
Yeah.
my God. You go back and look at them. But at
Yeah.
least, for a guy that kind of was like, in a way, kind of like a Bond, kind
Yeah.
of like, right? I mean, I would say kind of like that. He was a good guy, right? And he's going
Yeah.
against the villains and, trying to save the world.
Yeah.
That's kind of, the hero without being
Yeah.
a superhero.
Yeah, I just
But-
wanna know where the gadget store is located so I can go in there and ask them for the thing to cover the keypad to get into the main Bank of America so I can, steal $1 billion. I want that
Yeah.
keypad thing.
Right. Right.
The custom keypad thing that goes over the old keypad. It just fits just right, and it screws in automatic. You press a button and it screws itself in. I'm like, wow, that's really amazing. Where do you get that gadget? All right,
I hope you don't want that to do something evil, you evil
Me?
genius.
evil genius.
Your
No,
evil
no.
plan, you living in your little lair there.
All right, so we lost an actor.
Evil Ray.
We lost an actor this week.
We did?
Probably one of the last
Actor.
living cast of The Great Escape.
Oh, what? I didn't.
David McCollum.
Oh, right. Ilya Kalyakin, how do you say his name? What was his
Ilya
name?
Kuryakin. Again, he was one half of the man from Uncle.
Right. He was. Wait, if the man from Uncle was 2 guys,
Right. It
why
should have been
wasn't
the
it
men.
the men
It should have
from
been the
Uncle?
men from Uncle. Right.
And why wasn't it, or the men from Uncles? I mean, because
Look, all I know is David
they were
McCollum
brothers. They had one uncle.
was a Scottish actor that
Oh,
did
was
a
he?
Yes, he was Scottish.
Oh.
That did a fairly good job of, impersonating a Russian because he was a Russian agent working with the American Napoleon Solo, played by Robert Vaughn, who basically went and studied at the school of underacting. Really not a dynamic character at all. He whispered a lot throughout that entire show.
He's always been like that as an
If
actor,
you
though.
listen to his character in the
Yeah.
show, He never raised his voice ever once.
Robert Vaughn was always like that.
Always. In every movie that he was ever in.
Hey, but he was one of the Magnificent Seven, so
he was, but
he
he
was
wasn't. Look, he wasn't.
he wasn't very
magnificent.
magnificent.
He was like a so-so. He was like so-so. One of the so-so seven.
The So Seven.
And that show, I know I've talked about it before, Man from U.N.C.L.E., but the show was ridiculous. The fight scenes were horrible.
Yeah.
You could see the stunt men, their faces weren't even covered.
Oh God, really?
The plots were ridiculous. The lines were just horrible. It was Get Smart was a better parody of spy shows than Man from U.N.C.L.E. will ever have been. Ever.
Yeah, but parody. But there's no way that Man from U.N.C.L.E. was meant to be a parody. That was
Yes, it was.
what
It absolutely was.
you think it was. I think it was just really bad.
I'm telling you, I did not realize until I started watching episodes, and I had like 10 episodes on a DVD that I found in the dollar store for like $2. And I'm like, oh, I remember this show. I was a kid when it came out. I really didn't get the show, but I'm going to buy this and I'm going to watch it. So I brought it home, and me and my ex-wife, we sat on the couch and I started watching it. And after a half hour, I realized that the show was horrible. It was awful. And then as we watched more and more shows, I realized that this show was not to be taken seriously. It had to be a parody because it was so badly done that I realized it was a parody of spy movies. It was no way was it supposed to be taken seriously. And if anybody out there can find or get a hold of either on YouTube or at somebody's garage sale, Man from U.N.C.L.E. episodes from the 60s, I'm telling you, watch them because they're hysterical. They are so bad, they're good.
Now, what do you think about the show that was also from the 60s, The Avengers? Which not to be confused with Marvel's Avengers.
Not to be confused with the Marvel Avengers. Again,
That's
that
right.
show was, originally out of England.
Right.
It was produced by the BBC. We ended up getting reruns here in the States in the early 70s.
Right.
You
had Patrick McNee and Diana Rigg,
Patrick
right?
McNee, Diana Rigg. An excellent show. I remember watching it as a kid.
Yeah.
And
Have you watched it recently? I'd like to go see that. I'd like to see if that show holds up,
I
bet you it does.
I did pick up a bunch of episodes on, I might have been Amazon or somewhere I was watching, and I thought, hey, this really held up.
Yeah.
The show really held up.
That's good because sadly, I think they tried to do a movie about.
They did. I just recently watched
Kilmer?
that
Was
movie.
it?
No.
it wasn't
Ray
Val Kilmer.
Fiennes. And,
okay, right. Ray Fiennes.
And what's her name? From Kill Bill.
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They didn't do a good job.
Sean Connery's the bad guy in it. And,
that's funny.
And the show was not good. The movie was not good. It was it was totally unbelievable.
Yeah.
They wasted a lot of time doing nothing. Literally just doing nothing. And then before you know it, the movie's over, you're like, I can't believe I sat through that whole thing.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I remember the show being a little bit almost felt like trippy, experimental.
Yeah, it was slightly comic bookish.
But it still seemed like it was smart. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it was smart. It didn't seem like it was insulting our intelligence.
Again, it was made in England. They're known for being smart. It was an English-made product. It was made in England.
Okay.
All right. So let's.
You worried?
No.
Yeah.
Let's raise a glass to actor David McCallum. Say rest in peace and good job.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break, and when we come back, I got some stuff to talk about.
Okay. You got more stuff to talk about.
Oh, I got lots of stuff to talk about.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know.
This is Bill, and you're listening to Pull Yourself to Pieces, the podcast, hosted on Anchor. You never heard of Anchor? Anchor by Spotify is a podcast host platform, and it's an easy way to make a podcast. We picked Anchor because they have everything we needed all in one place. You can record and edit a podcast from your computer or even right from your phone. Then you can have your podcast distributed easily to multiple platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and much more. And did I mention it's free? That's right. Anchor is free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
So, Bill, you're a big fan of Disney, I hear.
That's true.
You've been to Disney World?
Several times, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd like to go every couple of years, and we went right before COVID, and we had planned to go. We went in 2019. We planned to go in 2022, and
Yeah.
then COVID, like destroyed everything, including
Yes.
Disney World.
Right.
So yeah, we're hoping to go next year. So it's
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm so great. I enjoy the. I like Disney when it's like really, really not crowded, and it's not hot.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when I can like Disney.
Well, you know what you do? Go in January and call in a bomb scare before you go.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so there's a ride there called the Big Thunder Railroad.
Ah, yeah, I've been on that.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
a
I
little. It's like a roller coaster for like family.
Is it?
Family level roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear the level of realism on that ride is like it's amazing,
Why?
It's so real that that Disney World had to close the ride after a black bear was spotted near the Big Thunder Railroad. And I'm sure people on the ride,
A real
you
black
know,
bear.
a real black bear. I'm sure people saw the bear and went, "Wow, those animatronic animals are really real looking, aren't they, Bob?" "Yes, Mary, look at that. He looks real." Yeah, except the bear was real. And it
Wow.
doesn't say how big the bear was.
Oh wow.
It doesn't say, but the bear was in a tree.
Uh huh.
So yeah, and it was
He
an
was a honey
adult.
bear. He was
It was,
poo.
oh, I get it.
He was pooing. Oh.
No, it was an adult female bear, and they're the ones to watch
Oh,
because
Mrs. Pooh.
Yeah, Mrs. Poop. Yeah, they're the ones that got to be careful of because they have little baby bears that they try and protect. So can you imagine being on that ride and you're riding along and all of a sudden there's a bear sitting in the car next to you? I was like,
It
wow,
sounds like a Disney movie.
sounds like a Disney movie.
I
Wow,
swear, that was in the Love Bug.
the
I
love
think
bug.
that like they're driving along and somehow
Yeah,
there's a
and
bear ends up
yeah,
in
the
one of the
bear.
cars.
Yeah, the bears in the yes. That's right. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Well, I mean, Florida has a lot of animals like that.
Yes.
Alligators,
Yes.
not
Yes.
lions, but they got
Yeah. Bears.
alligators and bears and
Yeah. Yeah. Big
but
snakes. Yeah.
right, and big snakes, right?
Uh,
So
uh,
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that somehow something can kind of wander its way. I mean, as
yeah.
massive as Disney's property is,
Yeah.
right? And then there's a ton of area outside of Disney that Disney owns that's not developed or there's got to be things living in there, and those are the things that can work their way in, right? I mean, a bear or
Yeah.
alligator or snakes, whatever. So
Yeah.
you go down there and you go kind of to the outer skirts of certain spots. You got to you should be careful.
Yeah.
You know.
So have you ever wanted to try and get into the Guinness Book of World Records, my brother?
Well, it's funny you say that.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go back way back. I don't know if you remember this, but back in the 70s, I forgot. I think it was one of the episodes of Happy Days where I think Fonzie wanted to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. It might have had something to do with the jumping thing.
Oh no, that when he jumped the shark, as they say, and he jumped
Yeah.
over, yeah, with the
Or
no,
it's somewhere
bad.
around there. It led to somebody who was trying to get into the Guinness Book of World Records, and it was a guy who was going to flip coins off his elbow.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. So after that show, I was like, oh crap, I want to try and do that. So you start with one little coin. Next thing
Yeah.
you know, you got 10 coins, and then you're
Yeah.
doing 30 coins, 40 coins,
Yeah.
50 coins.
Uh-huh.
And I worked my way up to quite a bit of amount of coins, and
Did you now?
yeah, but the guy that held the record back then was like he had like it was like 50 quarters. Imagine the size of that. And he
That's a lot of quarters.
snatched all those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's there
Yeah.
was a time when I would have liked to have been in.
Okay.
Why, you got some ideas? You want
Well,
to be in there?
I have never aspired to get into the Guinness Book of World Records, but I'm going to share with you some
You're
of the
already an
I
amazing.
am a world record in of myself. But
Oh,
anyway,
oh yeah.
so I'm going to share with you some of the lesser known,
Oh,
ridiculous
lucky me.
Guinness Book of World Records
Really?
records. And in this case, this one is called Most Children Delivered at a Single Birth to Survive. So how many kids do you think that was, if you had to guess?
So it was a woman had children,
Right.
in the hospital, and
Right.
how many had survived? Well, we know it's got to be more than 8.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say some crazy number, like I guess maybe like 12.
No, you went way too high.
Oh, way too high.
Yeah, way too high. Wasn't that
Oh,
many.
so 8 is pushing it. 8 is enough.
Actually, it
Wow.
was 9.
Whoa, really?
9
Just
children
one
in
more than
1
that.
shot.
Right, 'cause remember the Octomom? Didn't she have
Yeah,
like 8?
yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, no, that wasn't 8 twins. Oh, no, that was 8 twins.
So,
Wasn't it?
but forget
Not twins.
forget if they're
Octuplet,
twins.
whatever the hell.
Imagine you're the mother and you're in labor and you push the baby out and you're like, thank God I can go home. And it's all of a sudden, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh, and you pump it out and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, get me at it. And oh my God, I feel another one coming. And now you're up to 4.
It's a
And your
friggin' litter. It's like
and
you're
your
a
husband
cat or a dog.
and your husband at this point, he's contemplating suicide because he's got 4 kids now. And all of a sudden, the 5th pops out.
Right.
And just when you think you're done, 6, 7, 8, 9 pop out. And at that point, I just
Can you imagine?
no, I can't imagine.
Thinking about how you're gonna pay for all this.
Forget that. I mean,
Oh, and then yeah, right, taking care of oh
Yeah.
my God.
9 kids.
You have no hope of like them all, aging so that like some of them help.
Yeah.
You get some help from some of them. They're all going to
Yeah.
age at the exact same
Yeah.
pace.
So, are
That's
you
horrible.
are you a good swimmer?
Not really. I'm okay. Barely.
But you
Yeah.
never smoked, right? You've never been a smoker.
Smoke?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So how long do you think you could hold your breath for if you had to hold your breath?
I guess probably like 3 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I guess.
What do you think the world record is for somebody voluntarily holding their breath? What do you think the record for that is?
Wow. Geez, I don't know. Maybe like 5 or 6 minutes. That's the most I
You
can
got to do
imagine.
better than that.
Oh, higher than that, huh?
Oh, you got to do better than that.
Like 8 or 9 minutes?
Nope. Keep going.
What? Come on.
Keep going.
The record is higher than that.
How about
That's
24 minutes,
What?
37 seconds?
That guy was dead.
That's what
They
I
just-
say.
They just gave him a little,
They shocked him after
they
like
gave him
25 minutes.
the
I mean,
defibrillator,
that
right?
that does not sound physically possible. But if it's in
No.
the book of world records, then it had to be monitored at some
Oh, so it
point.
has to be real, right?
Yeah, and the guy was from
Wow.
Croatia, so
Wow.
voluntarily
crazy.
24 minutes. I can't hold my breath for 30 seconds.
He
Yeah.
must have been able to get into like some kind of biofeedback thing where he learned how to
I don't know.
like practically stop his heart.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
That they just have this way to use their mind and control their heart and slow it down so slow. That's the only thing I can think of.
yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That's like, I mean, and I guess they had to keep checking his pulse because like, well, he's still
Right.
he's still here with us.
Right.
Wow.
Well, here's the thing. They say that you would just pass out and then start breathing again. So,
Oh, yeah, I got it. Right.
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 So, have you ever grown a beard?
Sadly, I have. I say sadly
Okay.
because it never comes in right.
Yeah.
And now
long-
I've gotten older now it comes in gray, so I really don't
Yeah.
want to see it.
How long do you think you'd grow that beard if you had to?
What do you mean?
Well, if you had to grow your beard, how long do you think you could grow it? What, a foot? 2
Oh,
feet?
you mean how long I could grow it?
Yeah. How long would it be if before you finally decided enough? I'm going to cut it.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, probably like,
Yeah.
an inch.
An inch.
Yeah.
And if you could attach something to your beard and attach the other end of that thing to something that you wanted to pull, how much weight do you think you could pull with the hair on your face?
Oh God.
How many
Ow.
things what do you think you could pull with that hair?
Pounds or you
Yeah,
mean the
pounds.
size of
Yeah.
I don't know, not much. That's gonna hurt like hell, man. I'm thinking maybe like
How about this guy from Spain who pulled a train
oh
weighing
God.
6,000 pounds
What?
with his beard?
Oh my God, it didn't tear off his face.
Well, apparently, those hairs are hard to pull out. So imagine you've got this beard and you entwine it and you stick a hook on the other end of it and on the end of it and a long chain and you hook the other end of a chain to a train and that train weighs 6,000 pounds. This
Oh
guy
my
with the
God.
beard pulled the train 32 feet.
That's wow.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That's a weird beard.
That's a weird beard. And who would think to do this? I mean, I don't wake up every morning going, "I'm gonna grow a beard, I'm gonna pull a train with it," because I got nothing better to do.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's
All right.
crazy.
Oh
Wow.
gosh, this just yeah. So, are you good at telling jokes?
No,
If you
I
had
can't
to
remember.
do
I can't remember telling jokes.
Yeah,
I
if
can't
you had
remember
to
the
do
joke.
like, if you had to do stand-up, like a
Oh
comedy
God.
show,
Oh God.
how many hours do you think you could go nonstop telling jokes?
Well,
Minutes. For you,
for
minutes.
me, it'd be minutes.
Minutes.
Yeah, I'm
10
lucky if I
minutes?
get. I don't know if I could even do that,
Yeah.
but
You
I'd like
think
to.
you think you could fill 40 hours and 8 minutes telling jokes in one shot?
One person stayed
One
awake that long
person.
to do that?
One person.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, but and then this poor audience had to sit and wait through these 40 hours.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you very much. Yeah, imagine somebody having to, like, give you constant coffee every 3 or 4 hours, and you have to keep talking. You gotta tell those jokes. 40 hours.
That is a weird Guinness, world
It is.
record to aspire to.
I
Really?
know how hard it is to come up with 10 minutes of material to do comedy, man. Imagine 40 hours.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. Have you had the hiccups?
Oh yeah.
Well, there
Oh
was a
yeah.
guy named Charles Osborne from America that started hiccuping in 1922,
Yeah.
and he finally stopped in February of 1990.
Wait a minute. He hiccuped for like 60 years?
Yep, he had 2 wives out of during that time, and he fathered 8 children. And
That is
finally
insane.
on one morning in
How do you
February
even sleep?
1990, right, how could you sleep? Right, hiccuping all that time.
That's ridiculous.
And I wanna know who monitored this. I have a real hard time with this one because I'm thinking
Yeah.
there's no way to monitor this.
No. It's just him just saying it that, yeah, I did 60 years of hiccuping.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the record.
I need some proof. I need some proof for that one.
I don't
Yeah.
want it. That's ridiculous.
I know.
Wow.
Oh boy. I'm telling you, Bill. Do you have a car that gets good gas mileage?
Yeah. Yeah. We got like 4 cylinders, so they do pretty good.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy that has that owns a 1966 Volvo 1800S. It's a nice car, by the way. That car is an awesome car. It's got really nice lines. Guess how many miles he's put on this Volvo to hold the Guinness record for highest vehicle mileage ever? Guess how many miles he's driven this car?
Well, let me think. I mean, we try to get 100,000 right out of a car. And those
Right.
old cars, I don't even know if they could even have done that. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm going to say maybe like 300,000.
Oh, higher than that.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah. Think
500,000?
Think millions.
Millions?
Yeah.
He's driven this car millions?
Yep.
The same car.
A Volvo. It's a testament to how well Volvos are made.
Holy crap, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess over 1 million.
How about 3,039,122 miles?
Oh my God. And I'm guessing the car is still going.
I don't know, but as of
He died.
as of May, yeah, the car outlived him. As of May,
I'm giving you my car. Please keep it going. Okay.
as of May, 2014, he had driven 3 million miles, over 3 million miles.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that's incredible.
That
And
is amazing.
considering I'm a car guy, I just find that totally amazing. But again, if you want a testament to how well Volvos are made, there it is.
There it is.
There it
Oop,
is.
There it is.
Yep.
Wow. Some crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Some
Yeah.
crazy stuff. So,
Can you do a push up?
yeah, I used to be able to do more. I'm getting a bit out of shape. I can get a couple.
Yeah.
A couple.
Do you think you could do a one finger push up?
Oh no. Oh God. Ow. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, some guy in London performed 124 consecutive
My
one finger
God.
push-ups.
Oh my God.
My fingers are hurting just thinking about it.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Mhm.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No. No.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on to one of my favorite subjects and something that
Food.
food. How
I
did you
did. That
know?
was well, your favorite
How
subject.
how did you know?
Well, what can I say?
I love to eat and I love to cook. That's a double whammy for me.
Yeah, if only you knew how to cook. No.
I'm actually quite good cook.
To yourself, yeah.
I'm guess what food is the most stolen in the world?
Pizza. I don't know.
Nope. Oh,
Stolen.
but
What do you mean stolen?
close.
What?
Stolen. Like you walk
You mean like
into
in
a
the
store.
supermarket or like from
Yeah,
a restaurant or
right. Anywhere you could steal food, this food is the number one most stolen food in the world.
oh gosh. Candy.
Nope. One
I
more
don't
guess.
know.
One more guess.
Ice cream.
Nope. 4% of all the cheese made in the world gets stolen.
Really?
And get
And
this.
sold on the
There's even a black market
the
for stolen cheeses
black market for stolen cheeses.
that you could
Wow.
go on and go, yeah, I want me some cheese.
That's pretty
Cheese.
stinky.
Cheese. Oh, good pun, Bill. Cheese is the
Wow.
most stolen food in the world.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Wow.
okay. If you had to classify a banana,
Yeah.
how would you classify it? What would you call it?
Pleasure. Oh no, it's it
Yeah.
would be fruit.
Yeah, but what kind of fruit?
Wait. Well,
Yeah.
well, I don't know the classifications except I know we got
Well,
citrus fruits, we got melon fruits.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure of all the other ones. So
But guess what?
What?
The bananas are actually classified as berries,
Oh, no way.
but strawberries are not.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, bananas are berries. And you ready for
strawberries are
this?
bananas. No.
Strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries are not. They are not berries, but
Really?
bananas are.
What are they called? You don't know.
It doesn't say,
Oh.
but they're not berries. They're not classified as berries.
That's really a banana is a berry.
Bananas, cucumbers, kiwis are all classified as berries.
Berries.
Yeah, berries.
Well, it's just a word. So what do we know, right? We're thinking. I'm thinking berries. I'm always thinking raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries.
I mean, it says berry in the damn word.
No.
You would think they're berries, but they're
What
not.
the hell's a grape? I mean,
I don't know. Back in the day, if you were poor
yeah.
and you were working class,
Mm-hmm.
lobsters and oysters was what was fed to you because you were considered poor.
Lobsters and oysters.
Yes, used to be working class food. And then
Wow.
at some point, well, lobsters
It's
are
a
literally
peasant dish.
here's the thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Restaurants used to barely consider this food worthy of human consumption. Lobsters are literally sea insects that were a hard sale back in the day. Somewhere along
Makes
the
sense.
line in history, things changed, and those two things became things that only rich people could afford.
Yeah. What the heck?
I have no idea. Maybe rich people finally realized what they were missing all those years.
I don't think I've ever had oysters, and anytime I've had lobster,
Yeah.
I've been completely disappointed with it. So,
Well, you know why?
I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything.
Well, you
I
got to
could
eat
care
like
less.
10 of them to get full because you only get a little bit of food in the tail.
I guess.
So you got to eat like 10 of those things, you know?
Yeah, I mean, to the most part, most fish doesn't really have much of a taste to me.
No, it
unless you're
doesn't.
doing something with it, it's kind of like tasteless. Well, then again, I guess so is most of your fowl, right?
Yeah.
Chicken,
Yeah.
turkey, and that's kind of doesn't have much of a taste.
Yeah. You like nuts?
Well, yeah, I like keeping them intact. Oh, you mean nuts? Oh,
Yeah. No, not the twins. I'm talking about, legumes.
I love nuts.
Okay, well,
Love nuts.
one thing you never want to do is put a large group of pistachios together in the same place. You know why?
In the same place?
Right.
What, are they going to spawn?
No, they can spontaneously combust.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Huh,
Yeah.
get it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So
That's
you
pretty
never want. That's why you'll never
crazy.
see a big, huge bag like a like a 50-pound bag of pistachio nuts because they will go up in flames.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you okay with like the 3-pound, 5-pound one, but anything over that, just be
Pretty
careful.
much. Yeah.
Okay, got it. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. They will break out in flames. It says here
Explosive nuts. Who
this
knew?
is why. All right. You ready? All right. The oily, fibrous materials used to transport pistachio nuts can cause them to break out in flames.
Oh. Wow. Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, when
Okay.
you buy fruit,
Yeah.
the stickers that are on the fruit that you have to peel off, tomatoes and apples and bananas. You know those stickers?
Oh my.
Did
Yes.
you know they're edible?
What?
The stickers are edible.
They look like plastic.
Yeah, they're non-toxic and they're edible. But that doesn't mean you should eat them.
Yeah.
But so if you ever
Those are
swallow one by
edible.
accident, don't worry, don't
Don't
fear.
worry.
Yeah,
Okay.
the stickers are edible. And here I am peeling them off like an idiot.
Well, yeah.
What do I know?
They don't have like a little UPC thing on them, right? They just have like a little code number, like, 442. So you know that, this is,
Yeah.
I think that's what happens there. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? The labels.
Oh,
Wow.
your wife makes the best stuffed mushrooms I've ever had.
Oh,
And did you know that you cannot overcook mushrooms?
really?
Yeah.
You can't overcook mushrooms. You can just keep cooking and cooking for hours and they won't.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. You can't overcook
This whole
mushrooms.
conversation is making me hungry.
There's a special polymer in the cell walls of mushrooms that ensure a tender taste. So even if you
Wow.
cook them for hours, they're still going to come out tender and delicious. And unlike like a chicken wing, if you cook the chicken wing for like 5 hours,
Yeah.
you couldn't eat that thing. But mushrooms,
Wow.
you can cook the hell out of them.
Somebody told me once that we haven't evolved from mushrooms. So I wonder if we cook us for hours.
There are some people I know that still are evolving because they are mushrooms.
Mushrooms, got it.
Yeah. They
Yep.
have the brain power of mushrooms.
Hey, mushrooms might be really smart.
Yeah.
I
I
just
don't know.
got to tap into their,
Yeah.
shroom.
Oh boy. I'll tell you, Bill, food is an amazing thing.
Yeah,
It
it sure
really
is. It
Yeah.
sure is. Although I'd be okay if we never had to eat it. We just had to, just take a pill and we'd be done.
Yeah.
You love food. Me, I'm
Oh.
just like you eat to live. No, you live
I
you
live
live to eat.
Oh, I
You live to eat. I
Yeah.
eat to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Necessary evil. Necessary evil.
Yeah.
Yep. You got any more?
I got plenty.
Oh, I
don't
thought
know-
we were
I
gonna
don't
move
know-
on.
I
But
don't
okay.
know. Wow. Here's something interesting.
Okay. And it's about food.
It's about food. Yeah.
Good guess.
Peanut butter. So, it says here you can make diamonds from peanut butter.
I'm sorry, really?
Yeah.
And tell me how.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. Well,
Does it say how?
Simply put, you have to recreate the conditions of the lower mantle of the Earth for weeks to create 2/3 a millimeter wide diamond. That's only
peanut butter.
2,200 degrees centigrade. Um,
Wait a minute.
and so you can make diamonds from peanut butter.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Because everything we read, is absolutely legitimate.
Yeah, I don't know how that makes any sense, but
I'm not going to doubt it.
yeah. McDonald's chicken nuggets come in 4 shapes. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they're 4 separate shapes. They are the boot, the ball, the bone, and the bell. So they actually have shapes.
And there are a lot of bees.
And it's a lot of I don't really know if that's chicken. I have really no idea if that's chicken because I don't eat chicken McNuggets, but, yeah.
Yeah, they don't look like chicken.
Yeah.
They look like, I don't know, grizzle.
Yeah, no kidding.
Imitation chicken.
Well, that's about it for food.
Okay. Well, that was very educational.
Yeah.
And made me hungry.
Yeah, me too. What do
But
you say
we'll
we
have
take
to
let's
we'll have
take
to
a break
wait
and
until
get
after
something to eat.
this after we what's that?
Let's take a break, get something to eat, and come back.
Okay, we'll take a break, get something to eat, then we'll come back and we'll do a segment that we never do. We never do it. It's about like weird laws
In states?
in states.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
right?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back and do that.
Okay. Are you a dog lover? If you are, then you know there is nothing more rewarding than taking your pet out for a walk. And that is the time when they will generally relieve themselves. Now comes the tricky part. As a good citizen, you don't want to leave your pet's gift where others can step in it, but you are helpless at how to remove it. Introducing Poop Purse, a Michael Kors knockoff that looks like a purse but is actually a plastic lined place to put your pet's poop. Just open it up and drop it in. You can carry it around for hours with no one knowing what's inside. Be fashionable and courteous at the same time. Scoop sold separately. Find the Poop Purse in overpriced stores that sell useless junk.
It's time for Loony Laws of the Land.
Welcome back with another installment of Loony Laws of the Land, where we go to a state and we are all the way down to the letter T. We go to a state and we get a plethora of wacky laws,
loony laws.
that are still apparently on the books.
Yep.
Because I guess no one ever takes them off the books.
Nope.
And we're going to Texas.
Oh
You've been
my
waiting.
gosh. Oh
You've been
my God.
waiting.
I have been waiting because
You've been waiting, and guess what? We're going to Texas.
this is going to be epic. This is going to be epic.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, trust me.
So, in Texas,
Yes.
yeah, apparently, Ray, it's against the law to sell your eye.
What? It's my eye, and if I want to sell it, I should be able to. Damn it!
I kind of agree. Yeah.
Notice it didn't say eyes. What if you want to sell both? You could sell eyes, but you can't just sell an eye.
Yeah.
I
Sell
see. There's
your
a
eye.
catch.
I see. Right. I see.
I see.
what
You
you're saying.
can't. It's against the law to sell your eye.
Yeah.
Why? It's my eye. If I want to sell it, I should be able to.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm kind of like freaked out about that.
Why?
So you think it's okay to sell any body part?
Yeah.
Really?
I want to sell some of your body parts. Think of the money I could make. No. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, why are they imposing this law on people that they can't sell their own body parts? I mean, an eye. You know, you could probably get.
I have no idea.
I get it. I get it.
Oh, my
All right. Next.
God. All right. So it's against the law it's against the law for a person
Yeah.
to milk someone else's cow. You can, you can only milk your own cow.
It's a very personal thing, Bill. You
That's
don't want
right.
to milk my cow. No. And who is this hurting? The cow or the owner?
What if you don't even have a cow and they just
Not
try
for
to milk it?
nothing. But if I didn't, if I was if I owned a dairy farm and I did not have to get up at 3:30 every morning to milk the cow, and somebody else wanted to do it, I'd pat him on the back and give him a great big breakfast. I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, come on, milk all the cows, no problem." But no, it's apparently against the law.
Apparently against the law.
Unbelievable.
Somebody else's cow. Did you know that in Texas, the Encyclopedia Britannica, right? That
Yeah.
book would, right? That
Yeah, the
collection.
book. We had one at the house when we were growing up. Yeah.
Had that collection
Yeah.
has been banned in Texas because apparently
Yeah.
one of the books in that collection has the instructions to make beer at home.
You got to be kidding me.
We ain't having any of that in Texas.
Unbelievable. First of all, in Texas, nobody knows how to read. So
Oh my gosh,
how
that's
they
horrible.
knew that this was actually in one of
Wow.
those volumes is beyond me. But really, wow, they banned the entire set because it gave instructions on how to make beer at home. Boy, I tell you what, that's talking about throwing out the baby with the beer water. Holy
Oh boy.
mackerel. What else you got?
Speaking of beer in
Yeah.
Texas,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really drink beer, but I'm sure at some
Me-
point you and I know you really
I've
don't
had
either.
a beer occasionally, but not for years.
Yeah, but
Decades.
you know what though? I mean, can you down a whole beer? Can a person do that?
Oh, easily. I drank a 6-pack in an hour.
No, I mean in
What?
one shot. No, right? We can't.
I can't, but I know there are people that do it all the time.
So apparently, it's against the law to take more than 3 sips of beer at a time
Oh,
while
forget-
standing.
Who's counting?
Exactly, and I mean sips of beer.
And again,
Nobody
why
sips
is-
their beer, do they?
You know, I tell you, talk about an
Oh, I guess so.
oppressive state. You can't drink the beer at the velocity or veracity that you want to because it's against the law to drink more than 3 sips at a time. I knew this was going to be bad, but I had no idea it was going to be this ridiculous. Really.
Oh, this is hilarious. This one.
Oh my goodness.
So apparently in
Yeah.
Texas, the bad guys have to give their victim 24-hour notice before committing a crime.
No, you're joking.
Yeah, no one's following that, obviously. But why would they even have
Say
made
that
it like
again.
that?
Say that again.
Criminals must give their victims 24-hour notice before committing a crime.
I'm going to mug you 24 hours from now. You better be ready.
All right, yeah. Just be ready. All right.
I'm going to rob your house 24 hours from now. Make
Don't
sure
tell
you leave
the
front door
cops.
open.
Don't
Make sure you leave the front door open.
Right.
It's just ludicrous. Again, this is well beyond what I was expecting. Go ahead, keep going.
So apparently in the town of Borger, Borger, Borger? Yeah,
Okay.
Borger,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah,
We're in Borger, Texas.
yeah.
They really don't let you do any kind of like having fun there. They will not let you throw confetti, whips, firecrackers, rubber balls, feather dusters. You can't throw any of those things in the air. That's it, No fun.
Killjoy.
No parade. That's it.
Killjoy. Buzzkill. Again, never ever going to Texas for any reason whatsoever.
Speaking of feather dusters, apparently in
Yeah.
Clarendon, Texas,
Yeah.
it's against the law to dust any public building with a feather duster. Who knew?
Well, what the
People
hell
have
else are
gotten
you supposed to dust it with?
I don't know.
What,
Well,
you
I guess
can't-
unless you're the guy who's officially the cleaner there.
What
I
do you
guess just
dust it with? A
can't kinda come
cat?
in.
What do you do? Grab a cat and just rub it, along the thing? Well, you can't use a feather duster to. Here's the problem. At some point, somebody did that, and some idiot thought that should be against the law. So there you go.
I guess so.
Had to be.
It had to be.
Had to be.
So apparently in Houston, Texas,
Yeah.
it is against the law to sell Limburger cheese on Sundays because it stinks.
Thanks. I'm telling you, it stinks. Yeah, you want to move in here? Come on.
I don't remember. Does Limburger have one of the worst smells? Is it,
Yeah,
is
it's
that
not.
what-
It's not. It's like it's worse than feet.
Well, most cheese kind of stinks.
Yeah, but not this stuff. I heard it's really bad. But
I mean, we eat
But here's the
blue
thing.
cheese. Isn't that mold?
Yeah, blue cheese is mold. But here's the thing.
So weird.
Why can't you sell it on Sundays? Why is Sunday, different than any other day of the week?
I don't know. All right, this is a problem, okay? Because sometimes you have no choice, and you have to just let it out, right?
Yeah.
But apparently in
allowed to fart in public?
in Port Arthur, Texas, it's
Yeah.
against the law to emit what they consider obnoxious odors while you're in an elevator. So you got to hold it, and if it's like a 30-story, 40-story building,
Yeah.
you better not get on an elevator if you got to,
I'll tell you what
Let
I'm going to
one
do.
rip-
I'm
let
going
one
to
rip.
fart. I'm going to fart, and I'm going to blame the lady next to me. I'm going to go, Miss, I can't believe you did that. Please, someone arrest this woman. Because I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't get tired if you're in Galveston and where you want to just kind of like rest and just, sit on the sidewalk. Apparently you'll get fined $500 if you sit on the sidewalk in Galveston.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You
It's
can't
Tex
sit on
it's
the
Texas.
sidewalk and go. You're $500 if you sit on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
How is this a crime?
I don't know.
How is this a crime? There are people in New York that live on the sidewalks. They
Yeah.
pee on the sidewalks. They smoke cigarettes dropped on the floor on the sidewalk from passersby. But you sit on the sidewalk in Texas and they're going to fine you $500.
Uh-huh. Now, these next couple of ones are all based on, they're all specific to Austin, which I thought was a very liberal place, but let's hear what this sounds like. All
Oh,
right.
boy.
Apparently, in Austin, Texas, this ain't going to be so great if you're a guy who's like an electrician, because apparently it's against the law to carry wire cutters in your pocket. What the hell's he going to do?
Oh, wow. How is that a
Yeah.
crime? Again, wire
I
cutters
don't
is a
know.
crime?
I don't know. Deadly weapon.
Yeah, it's as bad as a nail clipper. What else?
So in Austin, Texas, it says here, loitering anywhere within the city limits with the intent of flirting is against the law.
Wow.
Yep.
Oppressive.
So don't even try.
The government was ridiculously oppressive in Texas.
Yeah. So apparently you can get a permit in Austin for walking barefoot. And if you don't have the permit, you could get fined.
For walking barefoot.
Yes. Not with feet like a bear.
Oh, I get it.
Barefoot. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No shoes.
You got to
So-
have a permit to walk barefoot in Austin.
Wow.
Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah.
And as always, like in so many states, what can you do? What can you not do on the sidewalk, Ray?
Bit.
That's right. You
Yeah.
got it. Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding. Austin, Texas, no spitting
No
on the
spitting.
sidewalk.
Can you scare a horse?
I don't know.
'Cause I know that's coming up next. Go ahead, say it. I know it's in there. It has to be. Austin, Texas, the non-vacation
Texas.
capital of the world.
The what?
The non-vacation capital of the world.
What does that mean?
Don't go there for vacation.
Oh.
Ever.
So
ahead, give me the-
apparently in
Yeah.
Austin, Texas, oh, this is definitely cowboy country.
I knew it.
You cannot tuck your jeans into your boots unless you own more than 10 cattle.
No,
Come
you're
on.
making this up. No, I don't believe
not.
this.
This is Austin.
This boggles the mind. This makes
Yeah.
no logical sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
That you can't tuck your jeans into your boots unless you have so many cattle?
Uh-huh.
What does one again, we're talking about Texas here, and here I am trying to make logic out of that place. It's not possible. I'm sorry, folks.
But I thought Austin, they're pretty
I'm
more
sorry,
liberal.
folks.
You know?
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
here's a horse one for you. Okay.
Oh, here it comes.
In
Yeah, I
Austin,
knew it was coming.
Texas, horses ridden at night must have taillights attached. All right.
No, what do you have to do? What do you do? Tie him to its tail? And what do you have to have? What do you do? Carry some batteries, somewhere? What, some Evereadys to light that stupid light?
No,
Are
it has
you kidding me?
horsepower. Get it? Horsepower.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, another spitting one, Ray. You are not allowed to spit on your own laundry. Okay, it's against the law to spit in your own. What if you want to spit clean? Spit clean.
Why would you spit on your own laundry to be
I don't know.
let alone make it a law? Only an idiot would do that. And here again,
Hey.
only an idiot would live in Texas. So there you go.
Oh wow!
And I
And
don't
one
care.
last-
I don't
Go ahead.
care. I don't care if people out there get mad about what I'm saying about Texas because it's all true.
because you don't live
And-
there,
And you got to try and prove me wrong
and they got to travel hundreds of miles to go find you and spit on your laundry.
and spit on my laundry.
And I got one more left for you.
And
Okay,
milk my
so
cow. Go ahead.
in in Austin, Texas, is it against the law to go to church in a disguise?
What if you're the
I thought
priest?
That's where
Does
you
that
want to
count?
go.
Wait a minute, what if you're the priest? Does that count? Every time you walk in, they arrest you. Hey, buddy, that's a weird disguise you got.
There you go. And that's
Oh, wow.
Texas. A
Wow,
little bit of Texas for
I
you.
knew it was going to be wacky, but really,
little bit of
I
Texas.
never would have guessed in a million years.
Looney laws.
That explains a lot about Texas right there.
I guess so, huh? And that wraps up another show, folks.
I can't believe it.
What do you mean?
We did a whole nother show.
That we wrapped up another show?
Another one.
You can't believe that.
I can't believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep thinking somewhere along the line, somebody's going to come in and stop us, like just come into the studio and pull the plug. But nope, we keep going.
Right.
We're unstoppable.
We're unstoppable.
Well, I'm going to say to everybody in these trying times to try and be good to each other. Keep your road rage to a minimum. Keep
Okay.
your political leanings to yourself.
Okay.
Try not to judge other people.
Okay.
Like we do. And just be good to each other, okay?
Raise words of wisdom. And I'll just leave you with this, people. A little thought. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's wife. Wait. Yeah, that's right? Okay. That's all I got to say. You there?
I'm here.
Oh, I thought he left. All right.
I'm in shock.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. Till next week. Have a good week, Ray.
Till next week.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Please check out our website, pullyourselftopieces.com.
That's right.
And you can subscribe to the show in Google and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Stitcher, and YouTube, or via RSS, so you'll never miss an episode.
And if you enjoy our show, don't forget to give us a high rating.
And remember to tell your friends about the show.
Thanks for listening to our show, and thank you to freesounds.org and Gottlieb, Audio Mirage, Plasterbrain, Cognito Perceptu, FK Prod, Mirage Chaser, Shadow Wisp, D-Boss, Viku Seru, Intra Environmental Sound Project, Julian Nicholas, Carmelo Mike, G Kill Hour, 140-178 Sound, CMU Sound Design, Alan Mchi, Der Super Anton, Eric H2000, Bulbastray, FK Phantom, Ultra Dust, Ada Records, Stuart Colborn, Debroid, Cubidup, GJ, Syntax Seed, Inspector J, Astounded, Madge 061785, Just Invoke, Short Record, Lorenzo Sue, and I'm Mackenzie. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/legal code.